old man Borglums.
Alright guys, it's Sunday. I got the PCV valve installed, a couple other hoses and plumbing. I got my water temp gauge. These are the ones I'm going to use in the car, so I got this one to fit in here so I can use the electric sender. I'm just wiring this up now and get all that squared away. The lady's studying for her motorcycle license test. How's it going? Did you learn lots?
Yeah.
All the questions.
Learning about spat right now.
What's spat?
Speed, position, aim, and turn.
Oh really? Well, there you go. I've never even heard of spat.
No,
so
you have.
now I have. I got this coolant in. I got a case of it. 4. Definitely gonna need 5. Ordered the 5th one, but it was on back order, so that'll be a week or so. So far, and so that's filled as far as it goes. Bit of a bummer. I ended up with a coolant leak. Totally sucks. It's hard to see, but above this bolt that mounts the timing cover to the block, there's a tiny bit of moisture, and it was coming down and then drip. And I noticed the drip on the bottom of here, so that was how I caught it. It's really slow. It must be, I just don't know where it's actually coming from. I mean, I looked all over the water pump and everything, and you know, everything up here is really dry, and it was definitely full up to this sender. By the way, Jeff, thanks mate, this is a great idea for grounding the sender. So Jeff mentioned to just wrap this in thread tape and then file the high spot down so it'll still ground. So I did that. It's a really good idea, so thanks on that one. Yeah, so for now I just drained the coolant. I'm gonna run it, even though it's got this tiny little leak. It's so small, it's not gonna be an issue, and there's no point pulling all this stuff off to fix one leak when it's not even under pressure yet. So, and it might even seal up. I've had this bypass leak before, when the thing wasn't running with a slow leak, and then fired it up, and then it just magically stopped. So hopefully that happens with this, but I'll keep an eye on it. That's it. I got some mufflers on the way. I'm gonna put some heat insulation on the starter wires, and just before I fire it up the night before, I'll use some Windex over all the headers and clean all the WD-40 off them so that doesn't burn into them. It's just like that. At least they won't flash rust for now. It's Friday afternoon, and my mufflers came in, so pretty much the last thing and a couple little bits and pieces that I need. So I think I have everything I need. I'm really busy this weekend in the day on both Saturday and Sunday, so I'm hoping to get this thing pretty much prepped and ready, and then fire it up tomorrow night. Can't think of anything I'm missing. Of course I'll know about it once it's running. I've got to clean all the oil off the headers, the WD-40, get those cleaned up, put the blanks in for the O2 sensors. I got some 3-inch tubing here, just got 4 feet of it. I'm going to cut it in half, so it'll give me 2 feet out of each header, and then mount the mufflers, and then I have some clamps that are supposedly here tomorrow, so it's going to suck if something happens, but I'm pretty sure they should be, so we'll find out. Otherwise I'll figure something out. So then I'll just run the mufflers out a little bit. I'll wheel it out here a little. But that's about it. Yeah, just final stages. Exciting stuff. So, fingers crossed, huh? We'll see. Hopefully this pipe won't get too hot down here and the tape will work. But.
So you're priming it right now?
Yeah.
Or about to? Oh, that was pretty quick.
On there, I thought I saw fuel. I think it's
Nice, dude.
You hear the lifters going on.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you can see them right there too.
They got
Floats.
fuel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This means I got to do it now. I don't even want to. Let's just leave it like this because it looks good.
Okay, got it.
Fuel. God.
Here we go.
I don't want to do it. I'm missing something here. Come on.
Battery.
Everything looks good, man.
Sucks.
Is that battery
Here we
cable,
go.
the negative terminal, on there good enough? It looks kind of
Should be.
could
It's
be.
cranking enough. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay guys, I don't know how much video I did or didn't get. As always, when you're trying to do stuff, you get to do video. The video, when it lit off, it was running pretty rough, but I thought at first that it was just cold. But then after running like that for 30 seconds or so, it seemed to be something up. So I pulled a couple of plugs and found two of them, 4 and 7, hadn't really fired. At first I thought that meant that I messed up my wires, which wasn't the case, because I just double confirmed it. But I got this to top dead center now, and just checking, and I wanted to check all the lash since the lifter's fully pumped up. And yeah, these things are tight now at TDC, so that's obviously my problem there. When I lashed these down, there just wasn't enough oil in the lifters, so I'm gonna run through, reset it all, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, I'm gonna go with one hand, so it's kind of hard to do this properly, but I just wanted to show you going through and finding some of these lifters that were really pumped up, and in turn holding some of the valves just slightly opened. So it's just a case of when I would have lashed them, they weren't completely primed, so therefore the plunger would have sunk further, and then once it finally got all the engine oil pressure in, it would have pumped up hard, but there's nowhere to go, so the valve's going to get pushed back open or held open even when it's at 0. So what I've been doing, which seems to be pretty successful, I just lashed this one by hand, so it's at the right right feel. But what I'll usually do is, and then, you know, even PRW say for these ones, is half a turn. And so what will happen is, I'm not going to get half a turn out of this. I get 1/8 of a turn, and when I'm winding on this, it's actually, so that's pushing the intake valve open. And so what I'm going to do is set both of these. I'm going to set the exhaust as well, the same way. And I'll bring it back. Now these lock nuts are tightened down. I can't move this, and this is on the back side of the cam on this. So it should be, you know, this loose, and that's just, this has only got half a turn on it as well. It's just that this one, the lifter's still completely full of oil. So I've got my my battery on, but my ignition off, and you know, everything disconnected anyway. So I'm going to bump this run this for a couple revolutions, and then we'll check the lash on here, and this should get nice and loose like these ones, and that'll tell me that the lifters bled out a little bit. So. You can see the oil coming out of this. You can kind of hear it whistling as well as this sound. So now, if I come back to this at half a turn, these are set correctly with the right preload, because that's half a turn down on the thread, and they're not binding, they're not holding open this valve. So I'm just running through and doing all those, and then if I get time this afternoon, I'll fire it up again. Cheers. Hey guys, yeah, so doing number 5, same deal. Got these lashed, and then I'm gonna do a half turn. It's pretty hard. And then I just squish it down. I'll lock these, I'll wind it over, and these two on the base circle, you know, I can't move them at all now. And then once I wind it over, they should be nice and loose. Wind this over here. Get these lifters on number 5 bled down. And should be this. That one's on its way down. Yeah, missed it on that. There we go. That's the loose. So 2 more to go, and then throw it all back together and give it another shot. Alright, so of course I primed the motor, the gas and everything was good, and then it ran dry, so I ran out of gas, so now I'm running the gas station. But you know how it is, you know, the smallest thing takes forever, so one step closer, we'll see what happens. Cheers. Oh, I gotta prime it again. All right. Happy Father's Day.
It stopped. Did you run out of gas again?
2 gallons.